Hey everybody, and welcome to Hexiled Gaming. I'm Scott, and I've got a match of X-Wing 2nd edition for you here on Tabletop Simulator. This match between Chrispy on the left and Will on the right. This is the final for the KYBER Cup Season 6. Joining me, Tim from the Sith Takers. How you doing?
Hello there.
So we've got First Order versus First Order here. We started out in the top 8 with one of every faction, the only faction doubling up being, of course, these two, First Order, and now we've come down to this, a First Order versus First Order. I know I've asked you this already, but once again, how are you feeling about this matchup? What's going to be the deciders here?
Well, I think it is going to be a very close game. You've got two very good First Order players here. I think, we've chatted briefly. I think, Will has taken Chrispy's list to the XTC, so he obviously favours or thinks that Chrispy's list is stronger. Yep. But that's more in an open meta or an open tournament. So on a one-on-one basis, that could be sort of thrown out the window a little, because Will has got 4 Initiative 5 ships. So that will give Will on the road roll potential, full knowledge of exactly where all of Chrispy's ships are going to be. So as in a one-on-one match, I think it's still very close and could come down to road. But yeah, I think you would imagine that probably Chrispy might get the edge, certainly in the bets in your Choose Your Champion, just for those electro chaff clouds.
Yeah, it is currently favoring Chris a little bit in the betting, but you're absolutely right. We've got 4 Initiative 5s on the right. We've got 2 on the left, right? Kylo and Malarus. More ships on the left, which could help out some of the objective holding here in Assault at the Satellite Array. But yeah, the real story to me is going to be those chaff clouds. Chris is so good at getting those chaff clouds on target and making them meaningful, and that could really, really hurt this list from Will, who every single ship has a missile or some kind of munitions on it, proton torpedoes and concussion missiles. So he really wants to get those target locks, and if he gets denied those because of chaff clouds, because of enhanced jamming suite on Kylo, it could really upset him.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that could be key, Kylo potentially moving before or after. Sorry, Kylo Whisper, I should say. So Chrispy's Kylo, and then being able to jam as part of that action is massive. It'll be interesting to see if Chrispy does dump the chaff clouds out in this sort of almost at the start of the first engagement, which he has been tend to do. He did against obviously Rich in the semi-final, and he has got Skill Bombardier. So with that pre-move boost that these bombers can do, he could choose to boost. Maybe for example, Dread could boost to the right and then use Skill Bombardier to fire out the Chaff Cloud 5 forwards. Whether or not it's worth using the Chaff Cloud against Malarus, I don't know. It probably all depends what Chrispy's plan is with the rest of the list. Are they all just going to double down into Malarus? But then Will knows this. Will knows the Chaff Cloud could be coming. So does Malarus just hard turn to the left or right here and just stay at range and not trying to not so much avoid, but just not care about the chaff cloud and say, well, I'm not going to come and play now, because they're one use only, and he's only got 1 on each ship.
Yeah,
1 on each bomber.
One of the things I wondered about was if we would see Will spread out a little bit more, so that if he does have to take a chaff cloud, it's not multiple ships all taking it at once. And he's got a little bit of a spread, and he could spread even further with the decloak potentially from Kylo. He could 2 forward and then 3 bank or something, and get really far afield while Malarus is on the far side. So yeah, maybe he can have a little bit of room here so that he's only taking potentially a chaff cloud on 1 ship.
Yeah, and I'd be quite worried sending Grudge. Grudge could boost forwards or boost to the left and then chaff cloud. But then does Grudge get a bit out of position compared to where the rest of Chrispy's FO are? We have seen sometimes these FO bombers can get sort of left out to dry a little if they haven't got that support coming back with them. And like you say, Will's got a munitions heavy list, So if he hasn't hit them with that chaff cloud, because maybe Will's predicted it or whatever, then the firepower that's coming back could very well do some serious damage to these low agility bombers.
Yeah. If you can make it through that chaff cloud phase, it definitely gets a little bit more manageable. But proximity mine first order bombers are no joke either.
No, and this is it. And that's this is where the initiative could actually be bad for Will, because both Grudge and Dread can choose to drop their mines and or proximity mines. Sorry, drop their mines and or boost in the same system phase before any of Will's list can reposition. So he can obviously choose to do. Are we going to see a chaff cloud or not? This is what he's probably thinking.
He's got the dropper out. He's deciding how far. Does a 4 instead of a 5, right? That's a choice.
Yeah, I mean, I would possibly have even been interested in the 3 forwards there, like trying to link it up with that the existing debris, because you never know if Dread might try and squeeze through.
There's the decloak.
Yeah, that's interesting. The silencer got hard 3.
Yes.
It's got a white hard doll. Yeah.
It's got just about everything. He's looking at that. Boost.
Will's Kylo can punch pretty hard.
Yeah, there was the boost, the pursuit thruster boost from Breach. Grudge turns away. Ooh. Are you going to find Holo there? There's Dread with a 3 bank and a focus. Biding his time to drop another, to throw the last of the chaff clouds.
Scorch. I do like that though, because I think he does hit him. How close was that? Is he overlapping? Yeah, I think it's like a pixel in it potentially.
Oh man, it is so close.
But you can shoot whilst overlapping chaff cloud.
Oh yeah.
So he has taken the stress and he's taken the jam.
God, that is so close.
Yeah, I mean, he might not be overlapping it. They'd have to do the range 0 check. It's very, very close. But they have obviously changed the rules now that you don't suffer the effects of overlapping an obstacle unless you are blocked onto that obstacle again. So even if he was slightly further on it. But...
Comes a target lock from Breach.
I'd assume you'd probably just sort of go all in at Dread here. Although, actually, no. He's just range 2. Thanks to those little notches on the TTS target lock.
Yep.
Okay, Holo turns away. No Daredevil on this Holo, so he's not turning back in.
So that's a big point of contention. I'm very much for Daredevil on BAs, but Will, if he sees, especially a Holo without Proud Tradition Pattern Analyzer, he is furious. But that also means Holo back there could feed that focus token probably to Breach. I don't think you're going to give Breach the deplete. Here's Will's Malarus taking a lock on Dread. Ooh, here's the turn from Whisper Kylo.
Yeah, a bit of Kylo on Kylo. And let's see, has he got Bullseye? He's got Bullseye.
Goes for the boost.
Oh, Shattering Shot works if he's at range 0 of the obstacle, isn't he?
Oh, is that right? The
I'm
attack is
fairly
obstructed
sure
by an
as-
obstacle, or the defender is at range 0. I don't know that I've ever seen that actually happen.
No, I mean I've been running my trick shot, Shattering Shot Obi-Wan for quite a while now, and I don't think I've ever pulled it off. Because normally, if they're range 0, there'd be you normally get the obstruction anyway. So it's very rare that you get it at this point. So I'm not sure if they've checked if he's range 0 or not. Looks like Chrispy's Malarus is quite happy just to sort of hold back and hopefully claim that objective.
Yeah.
I think Scorch has probably got Malarus in the bullseye.
Oh.
No, actually, maybe just out, actually. It's close. I was wondering if Predator would trigger.
Right. So there's the start of engagement. Holo pass gives the focus to breach. Will's got player 1, so his 5s are going to engage first.
I mean, if Breach doesn't die here, and I don't think Breach will die unless something goes really wrong, we could see a Prox Mine causing a problem for Will. He won't hit Kylo, but he might be able to just like land it right in front.
Any other SOEs to... Oh, maybe they're deciding on Malarus's.
Yeah, this is it, isn't it? When you suddenly have triggers at the same time, so who's first player, they have to choose to Malarus or not, and then the other player will Malarus or not. I mean, I don't think he Malarus at this point. I mean, Will might if he really wants to try and push out for some damage into Dread. I don't think Will needs to be worried about the Scorch shot.
Yeah.
So funny, like watching other players play, because you can see all their hands moving and they're obviously talking. But it's like
I was wondering if they were wondering about the range 0 stuff, but
so
he's engaging.
Kylo, Kylo into Grudge.
Oof. Just gonna save those force points.
So this is range 2, so he can fire the Proton Torp, which is drawing 4 dice, so it looks like he is.
Much
That's
better.
a bit better.
Oh. Wow.
Get those Hexiled cans up. Well, that defense roll's pretty good though, so that's going to be 2 evades with the focus spend.
So just shields.
Only losing 2 shields. Which, where Grudge was sat at the start of engagement, I think I would have quite happily have just taken 2 shields.
Yeah. Malarus, who did not proc the ability, is going to shoot a concussion missile.
Yeah, you've got 3 charges with it, so I don't think you need to worry too much. Hit crit, re-rolling. So 2 evades. I assume that was the target lock spend though.
3 dice, 1 reroll. Yeah.
Yeah. Just have to double check their list to make sure there wasn't a sneaky fire control system or something like that hiding. Wow. Yeah. So brilliant evasion for spend.
Wow. Love to see brilliant evasion actually do something.
Yeah, but it was only 1 damage. He's just showing off.
Look, come on. Use the ability, all right? Use it or lose it. Bullseye shot.
So, yeah, so he is. It's range 2 in bullseye, so he's only getting the 3 dice. But he has got Predator. He spent 2 force to make it 3.
Yeah, so Shattering Shot, even if it was online, wouldn't have helped you there, right? Because you wouldn't have had enough force to add it and mod it.
Correct. Yes, that's why. You probably want the focus token there.
Yeah. Would have been cool to see, but oh well.
I guess he was boosting in to try and get range 1.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a good shot from Scorch.
But a very, very good defense there from Malarus. Didn't have the ability online or anything. Wow. Dread into Kylo, who's 2 shields down at the moment.
And out of force.
Oh, good point.
Oh!
Yep. Add that third. Come on, find the pasta. No!
So when you said that, what's the difference between these two lists? Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say it's the chaff cloud that's caused this.
Because does it cause you to skip your perform action step?
Well, it doesn't, but he rolled the dice and took the stress.
Right, so he couldn't do the booster barrel roll. Yep.
Correct, yeah. So if he hadn't have taken the stress, then he could have done actions.
Yeah.
So, looks like 2-1. Yeah, 2-1.
Oh, I need to get rid of some old points. There we go. Yes, 2-1.
But more importantly, Will's Kylo is now on 2 health.
Yeah.
2 hull, so to say.
And I mean, could Dread just 3-bank a chaff cloud onto him in that position?
Well, even better, it could just be a 2-bank with Skill Bombardier.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, that doesn't actually do any damage, so I would be more interested with where Grudge's proximity mine might go. Bearing in mind, Kylo's stressed, so either needs to go forwards, or I think he can do the blue hard too. I mean, you might actually... Will may use Breach as a sacrificial lamb here to trigger the proximity mine for Kylo.
Yeah, that's one of the nice things about having all 5s is you can make those decisions.
But I mean, Breach is stressed as well, so you know there's a lot of interesting decisions to be made this turn. I think Holo's fairly simple, just going to turn in with those nice blue hard turns and clear that deplete. And Malarus can just walk into the middle and just pop her ability. Good old glitter stims.
It's fantastic. So we had 2 points held that round for Chris and 1 for Will, which is something we saw coming. I mean, if you've got more ships, it's a little easier to hold down multiple points. Holo is in more of a support role, so we saw 3 ships engaging for Will.
This is the other thing for Chrispy as well, is the fact that the silencer Kylo Ren is more expensive than any of Chrispy's ships.
Yeah.
So if Chrispy can kill it, then you know that gives him a big lead. You know, if you're trading ships, you're automatically making profit on that exchange.
Yeah. Man, what a hit here from that chaff cloud. Because yeah, I mean, you're right. That ship is more expensive because it's so good at arc dodging. Right? It's relatively beefy. It's got the auto thrusters, so you can boost and/or barrel roll. And it didn't get to do any of that.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's it. Like, if he wasn't stressed there, does he boost focus, boost target lock? Does he roll to the right? You know, there could have been quite a few options there, but obviously that stress not only shut down, you know, any kind of mod that he might have been able to take, but then, yeah, that reposition's gone as well. And he's probably glad that he didn't, you know, boost forwards, because that definitely would have got proximity mined.
Here's a question. If Kylo was not at that angle, would he have hit still? Would it have helped him at all if he had done a direct perpendicular to the board edge deploy?
Probably not.
Okay.
Because I guess you would rotate him on his spot. Mm-hmm. So I think, if anything, you're probably more...
Right.
I think you're probably overlapping. I don't know. Like, I mean, when I agreed to come on and do commentary, I didn't think I'd get those kind of questions.
Sorry. Look, you're right. I think if you imagine it was a little more rotated, it would have been more on. So the
I think
angle deploy sort of helped maybe.
Well, he's only had a couple of moves, pre-moves, hasn't he? So he's moved once, decloaked, and then did the hard turn.
Yeah.
And I guess he went fairly straight, so probably not. This is it. So now we're going to see Dread. I would be tempted with Dread to chaff Cloud in front of Breach.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he got a drop a proximity mine. Has he got? So he hasn't got delayed fuses. So he does. I don't think you can risk a 2 here. Like if I delayed fuses, I would potentially I would potentially do the 2 and then fuse it so it doesn't trigger on my own Kylo Whisper. But I think here you just put it as a 1.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think there's a fairly strong chance here that. Even if if Grudge boosts the right, I don't think a prox mine drop does anything good.
All right, looks like they've all got something dialed in. Doing those last minute checks. Oh, changing it up on Kylo.
This is it. So Malarus will probably come forwards into the middle of the board, but then Scorch can turn in, Chrispy's Malarus can turn at Will's Malarus.
Crossroads, got to do it again.
Tie? Oh,
There we go, Chris. All right, there's our pursuit thruster boost.
Okay, so he didn't prox mine Kylo, so is he going to prox mine? Yeah, okay, so he's going to prox mine Breach, or at least put it in Breach's way.
Yeah. Oof.
So I wonder if he'd still chaff Clouds with Dread. And this might be good as well because, sometimes doing the obvious maneuver, your opponent can counter.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I wouldn't have expected, this. I would have assumed he would have prox mined in front of Kylo because 50-50 chance you kill Kylo. Well, it might be better than 50-50 actually, but.
Oh, is this for
Malarus? Probably. Mm. Not sure I like that one though, because I don't imagine that Will's Malarus has gone that quick and can use her action to barrel roll because she'll just use her ability to be able to modify focus.
Too hard.
And then I would have liked to have saved my proximity mine for where Dread is now.
There's Scorch with a 2-turn and a focus. Whisper, Kylo, 2 banks. Focus, rotate.
Yeah. Surprised we didn't see a jam though. Jam rotate or something, unless he's a bit worried about Holo coming around.
This is Chrispy's Malarus, who has clusters, right? Not concussion.
Correct, yeah. The better Malarus. Yeah, see, I don't like that prox mine because I think Will's Malarus can easily avoid this.
Yeah. This is Will's Malarus going for that target lock long range. Now that is a concussion missile Malarus, so does have the advantage at range.
Oh, does get a block there on Kylo.
Tried the 5 straight. Now, I was wondering if Malarus wasn't there and the proximity mine was dropped with a 1 instead of a 2, would he have ran over it? I don't know how far he got on his template. So there's...
Yeah, it's hard to tell, isn't it?
Breach taking a Grudge-enabled proximity mine. Ooh, lucky. Takes 2.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, the 5 forward. Yeah, I mean, probably, yeah, the 1 may have. No, I don't think he would have eclipsed it. I think he probably would have.
I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this roll, and it looks like he's rolling into 2 proximity mines, because now he's going to be in range maybe of both Breach and Dread's 2 back procs.
Yeah, absolutely. That is. Unless, does Dread boost to the right next turn and then dump it on Kylo?
Maybe you drop Grudges first, and if Breach is still there, maybe you drop both. But you're right. You're spoiled for choice now.
I think, Breach, I don't think could afford to sit there because it was about to take a 3 dice double modded cluster shot from Malarus. Do clusters get round range 0?
No, you can't.
It doesn't. Yeah, as in, like, you can't fire at a target in range 1 to 2 and then bounce it to a target within range 1 of that you are 0 of.
No, because you still have to satisfy all the requirements of in arc at range 1 to 2.
Yeah, I assumed as much.
Good question. Malarus proxy ability. I think that's the last time for Will.
Did he use it in the first turn, did he? Yeah. So, no shot because Breach rolled, so just going to take the range 0 into Kylo. Ooh, gets the wiggle.
There's the shot out the back from the Whisper into Breach.
Using instinctive aim to fire a concussion missile.
And he's at range 1 of friendly Kylo, so we could see the damage get flipped. And we will, because it's guaranteed to hit now.
Yeah.
Breach doesn't have any damage to flip, but Kylo does.
Oh, yeah. That's going to tickle.
Damaged engine.
Right, well, I think that is all of Chrispy's 5, so we're now going to move on to Holo. Range 3 shot into Grudge. Looking at, I think, is he deciding to fire? Yep, we're firing a concussion missile here.
Yeah.
Spends the focus for this, so this will hit with a crit, but will that is Breach range 1 of Grudge? I don't think he was he? Because he just measured the other way, so I think you know you're safe. Yeah, because Whisper Kylo just shot Breach.
Right.
Grudge wasn't range 1, so yeah, I think Will would have known he'd been fairly safe there.
Takes a structural damage.
Which normally is not great for a bomber, but there's nothing else pointing at him, so should be fine. So Kylo's either got range 0 or range 3, and opts are range 3 into Scorch. Probably just trying to get the focus spend here. Not with that. I think
that's what he rolled last turn too? Oh.
Yeah. So Scorch could potentially kill Kylo here.
Yeah.
So I think we still got Breach to shoot, or we got, where's it, Malarus to shoot?
So Malarus has a target lock, but this could backfire. Yep. Oh, she's doing it. Ooh, she's just giving up on Kylo.
It's fine. I'm sure there's not a direct hit under there.
I mean, she probably knows that he's taking a proximity mine next turn, even if he lives, so.
2 and a crit into Malarus.
Oh,
and 3 evades.
Oh, boy.
That Malarus ability is good, isn't it? Just roll evades out of hand.
Yeah, that was the ability, all right. Here's the last proximity mine from Breach. I mean, last proton torpedo. Oh, no.
So,
oh, no. 8 dice, 1 hit. No, no.
And he gets to disrespect 1 evade as well. Oh, don't do it, Chrispy. Don't add insult to injury here. Scorch takes the stress to roll the 3 dice. Just 1. Don't think there's a lock there. Oh, advanced optics, but yeah, plenty of evades this time.
Saves the glory for the bombers.
But there's every chance now, like you say, that Will loses 2 ships in the system phase.
All right. 4 to 3.
He loses 1 guaranteed in the system phase. Because he can drop with Grudge, and if Grudge's proximity mine doesn't kill Breach, then Dread will drop to kill Breach.
Yeah.
But if Grudge does kill Breach, then you try the 1 bank to the right with Dread, and if that comes off, you then sling it backwards and kill Kylo. This could be a massive system phase.
Absolutely brutal.
Because with Will's bomber, so Breach is on 2 hull, Kylo's on 2 hull. So I would say there's a fairly strong chance that if he can hit them both with a proximity mine each, he loses both of them. But yeah, the scenario points are ticking up evenly for both players, I'd say. Obviously, as you'd expect with the player with the extra ship, that Chrispy's just scored the extra point.
Will's Malarus. Does a 2 hard take you over the proximity mine, or is it safe?
I think it clips if you go to the right, just because the proximity mine's slightly off center.
Right.
It's just to the right of that Malarus, so it's close enough that I think you probably wouldn't risk it. But then equally, do you need Malarus facing that way? Do you need Malarus in the middle of the board, or do you just keep it stressed and just do a hard one to the right?
And then I guess what do you do with well, I mean, are you even really convinced that Breach is going to be there? You have to dial it in. You have to pretend like you roll 2 blanks and then
it doesn't matter if both proximity mines land on Breach. It doesn't matter what you roll because you take 1 damage from each automatically.
You have to hope that Chris wants to go for Kylo more than he wants to guarantee a kill on Dread or Grudge.
But that's I would tell you that's a good thing though about the different initiatives between Grudge and Dread is that he will have all that knowledge. So Chrispy is first player. Let's start the fun. So as expected, using Skill Bombardier to put it back on a 2 straight. 1 damage automatically, and then rolling 2 dice of proximity mine.
And with Grudge, yep, he's going to reroll.
Yep, he's
there
dead.
It is.
So, is he just going to risk it with Dread and bank to the right? He is.
He's got it.
And
That's
yes,
a dead Kylo. Oh, not dead. He's got 2, right?
Yeah, but what's the range on Grudge's ability?
Yeah, range 2 to the bomb, right?
Ooh, that's close. No.
Check it for... Ooh, I don't think he's got it.
No, it looks like it was just out. So 1 automatically.
No, oh, God. He takes all of it. Oh, no.
So what's that? 16-3?
Yeah.
First to 11, yeah?
Come on. I thought we'd gotten over that.
Never. Oh, that was tough.
That's brutal.
I mean, I know I said I didn't like that first proximity mine drop in the middle, but
yeah,
when you got 2 of them, you can kind of afford to place one out as a little sort of blocking channels and sort of restricting your opponent.
Yeah.
But this is, with the mission being assault and satellite rate, and the fact that we've now got a 5 ship to 2 advantage, Chrispy could just choose just to hold objectives and just hold more objectives. I don't think he will do that. Knowing Chrispy, I'm sure he'll be playing for, I'll see, violence.
Malarus with the 1 hard turn does go left, so makes it past Scorch.
Are we all out of proximity mines now? Yeah, no proximity mines, and we have 1 chaff cloud left. Dread still got a chaff cloud. I mean, I'd be very surprised if we see it used. But no, it's well played by Chrispy, good positioning and sort of getting right up in front of Will's ships there and sort of restricting where Will could go. Malarus pops her ability at the start of the engagement phase. Sorry, Chrispy's Malarus, I should say. So this is her last use of it. Range 1 bullseye into Holo with the lock as well.
Oh, and Holo wasn't able to pass off that strain. Oh, no.
Oof. So that's going to be 3 hits with the modification of Malarus's ability. A crit for marksmanship, is that? Yep. 2 shields.
Just 2 left on Holo. Instinctive aim concussion?
Why not? Yeah.
Pile it on.
It's 3 dice, and the way Chrispy's dice have been rolling, not as good.
He's going to Muni failsafe. He's going to get his missile back. Oh my goodness. We saw Muni failsafe in a final. Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, choosing to shoot Whisper Kylo, softer of the 2 targets, I guess.
Spins the focus hit crit. Takes 1.
In that trade, 2 shields to 1 is not great for Will if he's going to obviously try and pull this game back.
It's like Malarus and Kylo grab 1. Grudge grabs 1. I think mid's contested. Yeah, so 2 to nothing there.
Yeah, this is tough for Will. I guess the Hail Mary there was trying to do some damage, but with Malarus forced to turn away with that proximity mine and having no shots, if you're down to 2 ships and one of them can't shoot or has no targets, then it's not going to be a good engagement phase.
Yeah, that proximity mine in the middle having lasting effects.
Yeah, I take it back.
Look, it's a teachable moment. We're learning here.
I mean, like you say though, maybe if Kylo wasn't blocked, they would have gone a bit further forwards, and then might have had a bit more of an impact on Kylo. But I mean, what do you do here if you're Will? Is there a way out of this?
If I'm Will, I'm here to show my opponent a good time. I'm here to congratulate them as I let them blow up my ships.
I mean, that's it. We've not seen the GG, drawn on the table or anything like that. So, Will is playing on.
Yeah, play it out. Here's the roll, maybe linked action, target lock. There it is.
Yeah, may as well. Oh, so Malarus does turn in. We'll exchange range 1 shots with Grudge.
Yeah, out of the Malarus. Goes for the focus.
But Grudge is 3 health with structural damage.
Mm-hmm.
So with range 1 shot, there's every chance. I think. What's he think? A target lock? Yeah, target lock probably. Trying to get those 3 damage through and potentially initiative kill Grudge. Holo does the sloop. So, 5k.
Oh, that is something he loves to do. Pattern analyzer, target lock, focus with proud tradition.
But what if Whisper Kylo's just done like a hard one to the right here? Can he barrel roll and then jam?
Certainly. Oh. Did that dodge? No, that's still in for Holo.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, barrel roll to the right and then link it to a jam, and he's going to choose a target lock or the green token.
Yeah, choose the
green
focus.
Token, yeah. That's it. Malarus can take the missile.
Alright, Malarus into Grudge. 3v1. With a target. Oh, no. It's fine.
Yeah,
you got
Will's,
the token for this.
Yeah.
Hey!
Ooh, nice. And yeah, no. Elusive. Oh. No elusive. That will be a dead Grudge. But that's what you need to do if you're willing. You want us to bring this game back, because that'll at least make sure that Chrispy's not claiming that objective.
Question in the chat: how close is Will's XTC list to Chrispy's list right now? Is it just the same?
I believe it's identical.
Okay. Hit crit gets 1 shield off of Kylo.
I say that without checking, but I'm pretty sure I saw that. Is it the Planning Phase Syndicate that did an interview with Chris, and I'm fairly sure Chrispy said that it was exactly the same.
All right, here it is. Dread grabs 1. Mid goes to Scorch and Malarus, so that's it. GG. Looks like 8-20. Congratulations, Chrispy. Thank you very much, Will, for the match. And Tim, thank you for being here.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me, and thanks again for running the KYBER Cup. I think I speak for all the players. It's been a fantastic event again, and yeah, please keep it up.
All right, thank you, Tim. I will leave you now, but really did enjoy having you.
Excellent. Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you all for watching. That will do it for this match and for the KYBER Cup. If you played in the event, thank you very much. If you've been watching, thank you for participating. Thank you to everybody who helped fund the event. This is a free event funded by crowd support. So thank you all for being here. That'll do it for this one. I'm Scott from Hexiled Gaming. Signing off.